Okay, move on.
He wore or carried with him a light-colored duffel greatcoat.
Listen to this. Listen to this. Go ahead.
A Negro cotton double-breasted short coat.
Yes, like a sports coat, short.
Dyed purple breeches.
Purple, 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 purple. Okay, go ahead.
A red frieze.
Stop. Put up your coat, young lady. Red. Okay, go ahead.
Waistcoat lapel.
Waistcoat, vest, lapel. Go ahead.
Which is rather too large for him.
Oh my goodness, too large for him. I mean, it wasn't made for him. He might read it. Go ahead.
A white linen shirt.
White linen shirt.
Marked IW.
IW. What's the name of the subscriber?
James Walker.
JW. They always mixing up their I's and their J's. Go ahead.
A beaver coating short coat.
Short coat, yeah.
Of the pompadour color. But much altered. With slash pockets.
Yeah.
Double-breasted and lined with shalloon.
That's a high nap. You know, you put your hand on it, you feel good when you put your hand on it. Now, this guy, what's my point? This guy is not hiding under the cover of darkness and only traveling by the North Star. This guy is walking down Main Street and going, verily, verily, I say unto thee, except a man be born again, he cannot see the kingdom of God. Rex Ellis. Go on through. This guy is not hiding. If anything, he's allowing folk to see him because he doesn't have anything to hide for. He's legitimate. Go ahead.
He ran away about 3 or 4 years
ago. Stop! Oh, Lord! In the 18th century, it was said that there was just as much reason for those who wrote the laws to write laws, and then just as embarrassing for them when they did not adhere to the laws. Here is a man who has absconded with my clothes, who has altered my clothes that he's absconded with, who's walking down the street probably with forged free papers, walking around as a free man, and he ran away 3 years ago. Now, I don't believe he ran away 3 years and he's been out for 3 years. I believe he ran away 3 years, he got him back, and he ran away again. I have no evidence for that, but that's my assumption, because 3 years is a long time to be away. And why would he put an ad in the paper 3 years after the dude? He ain't that stupid. So I'm thinking that he ran away and that we got a repeat offender here. Think about the fact that it's a repeat offender. Yes, ma'am.
What if he ran away 3 years ago, came back, got his brother, and took his James Walker's clothes? Because he talks about his brother. So he came back. He was going to let him go the first time, but he came back to get his brother, and then left. And he took his clothes.
Is that a valid assumption? Is that a valid argument?
Yeah.
Is it possible? Isn't it wonderful when you get people thinking? Isn't that what you want your audiences to do? You just want them to pass by and go, oh, look at that, yeah, it's wonderful. Or do you want them to engage with the material? Isn't that wonderful? Of course it is. Thank you for that. I believe he was running to his brother. Not that he had, the possibility is, your possibility is correct, but it's also correct that he was running to his brother. Because that was heading, you will find that there are many, many runaway ads, and you will find that they are heading to mama. They're trying to find daddy. They're trying to find sister. They're trying to find brother. Whether it's urban or rural, whether it's far away or not, finding someone who completes them and their identity becomes very, very important. Herbert Aptheker talks about once they are freed and emancipated, one of the first things they do is go to try to find family. And also to legitimize marriages that were broomstick marriages. No, you don't tell me I'm not married to this woman and I've been with her for the last 15 years just because it don't comport with your law. All right, what I got to do? Let me marry her. Very, very important. Family, very, very important. You will find as you read these documents. How much time we got? 1 minute? Okay. Move on.
And then harbored about at Mr. Harwood's, then Wyandotte.
At Wyandotte. That's an Indian reservation. Move on.
He has a brother.
Matter of fact, it's an Indian reservation that also is a black Indian reservation. So black folk who are stealing away are going to places like Wyandotte.
He has a brother belonging to Mr. David Scott of Prince George who has been run away for a year or two and was several times.
It's in the family. It's a disease in the family.
Several times brought from among the Indians on Pamunkey River. They probably say that they probably may make that way together or to Urbana, as they are both acquainted with Mr. Mills' Negroes.
So where are they going? Where they know their safety, where they know somebody's going to harbor them, where they know there's a whole underground railroad in the 18th century where folk are hiding other folk. It might not be as organized as Sojourner Truth and John Parker, but it is just as valid. Move on.
I hereby forewarn all masters of vessels from employing the said slave or carrying him out of the county.
Stop. Why would
colony.
they do that? Why would a master of a vessel do that? Why would a master of a vessel carry off a runaway slave?
Impressing them as sailors.
Impressing them as sailors. Why?
Because they needed them.
They needed them. They needed the labor. I don't know who this person is. I can't say whether they are slave or free. I need them so that I can get from A to B. I got these hogsheads of tobaccos. I got this food. I got this stuff to move. Here's a healthy buy. I will take him from here to Norfolk. I will take him from here to Hampton. I'll take him from here to North Carolina. And then look the other way while he goes off and does something else. Going on all the time. Yes, ma'am. Read the last thing.
I will give the above reward besides what the law allows to any person that will secure him so that I may get him again. He is outlawed.
Stop right there. Does anybody know what he is outlawed means? Yes, sir?
The standard definition for outlaw today is he is beyond the law and any person may apprehend or kill that individual without worry of prosecution.
In the 18th century, exactly the same. Even more prejudicial. Shoot him on sight. Drag his body back as evidence. And the local court has to pay you, or the county, or the local parish has to pay you the price of the slave. Because it was a law that said you wouldn't put him to death unless you had to. In the statutes. He's outlawed. So that's why I said when he was running away and he was a repeat offender and he's putting the ad in the paper, he's putting the ad in the paper because everything that he does is now, his neighbors are looking at him and saying, well, he must not know how to control his people. He must not know how to handle his people. This is the second, third time. And look at what he's going away with. So how do you recoup from that? There was a way, legally. Did she do a good job? Yes, sir, Dr. Nichols.
Early Negro American writers. Letter to the Secretary of State. Merrill, can you hear me?
No, yes, they can, but I want to say one thing about this document. This document is different from the other ones because it's more like Shakespeare. So here's what I want you to do. And when I say it's more like Shakespeare, I mean the language is different to our ears, to the way we see things, to how we punctuate. The language is different. She's going to read it first time. Second time, I'm going to have her go back. But this time, rather than talking about what the document says, I want you as an exercise to try to tell me, say to us in 21st century language what he is saying in 18th century language. As verbatim as possible. I don't want you to interpret it. I don't want you to tell me what he meant. I want you to say what he says in 21st century language. Do you understand the exercise? Okay.